Happy Sunday! I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, but it is time to start thinking about getting back to school, back at work, back into the swing of things. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, ladies and gentlemen, but it is that time. However, you do still have a couple of hours to enjoy, and it's going to be a nice night so far. We're expecting it to remain rather quiet. We had a low percent of rain, and that kind of came through earlier this afternoon. So by this point, we're clean, clear, ready to go. It's nice if you want to sit out on your patio and enjoy the evening, or if you still have a couple of things to settle right around the house, if you still have some last minute lawn care, or maybe your kids are just itching to play outside just before they have to get in bed. I don't personally recommend, because that makes me tired, like not in a good way to sleep. But anyway, if you choose to enjoy outdoors, all that being said, it is a good time to enjoy. We're seeing those low 80s closer to the 7 and 8 o'clock hours. So it's still rather warm outside. Good conditions. We're expecting partly cloudy to carry us through the rest of the day. Not too many clouds mixed in certain areas. I know I was looking at the Decatur camera earlier and it was gorgeous, but there's tons of clouds as well, and I really like clouds. Looking at that dew point though, on the west side, it's a little less oppressive. It's nice, and I would say you probably don't feel as sticky or as muggy out on the western end, but looking at our eastern folks, it's a little more like that air you can wear. As soon as you walk outside, you kind of feel it, that stifling feeling. It's a little steamy, but we'll continue to see more of the same throughout the next couple of days. For my western folks that don't have as high of humidity at the moment, prepare to get to some oppressive feeling humidity. It's going to be warm for the next couple of days, and really we'll do a rinse and repeat of the same forecast, just with higher rain chances. That's the only main change this week. Those rain chances will also make it a little steamy, but do absolutely nothing to drop temperatures so far. From the forecast, we're expecting our temperatures to hang around the same numbers all week long. It's just raining for rain's sake, which is good because our drought monitor kind of shows that some areas are still a little abnormally dry. So let's go ahead and plan out your Monday though. We're still expecting, oh, I should probably move that a little bit, but we're expecting 90 as our high for tomorrow. And we have a couple of isolated thunderstorms and showers that we could see. Good evening, Roberta. How are you? But yes, we're expecting some of those afternoon showers and storms. So if you are doing anything closer to that 2 to 3 o'clock hour, expect some rain chances outside the door. We'll continue to see that throughout the evening commute hours, 4 to 6 as well. But some areas could get an early shower. I was looking toward the Fort Payne area. It seems like Jackson, Fort Payne, and even I believe that's also DeKalb County. They're going to sit with some rain on the rooftop as early as about 5:30 to 6 a.m. tomorrow. So if you live out in that area, you could experience some rain chance early on in the day before the rest of us pick up any type of rain chance. The earliest outside of that 6 or so rain chance looks like it's going to pick back up around 8 to 9 a.m. as well. And then everyone will see a passing shower or two. Not everyone, but a good deal of us will see a passing shower or two moving into the afternoon, closer to 2 to 3 o'clock, as I mentioned. And then it starts to pick up, becoming heavier, I should say, closer to the 4 and 5 o'clock hours, but we'll see some clarity in a couple of hours after that. I'll show you through Futurecast in just a second to walk you through all of that at a glance, but we do have still some abnormally dry areas. Now the drought monitor keeps up with, it keeps pulling data from each Tuesday to Tuesday, and it releases the data to meteorologists and gives it to NWS for us to use and show you, all the viewers, right around Thursday. So Thursday at, I want to say it was like 7:15, maybe 7:30, but Thursday morning nonetheless. I'll be here with you guys on Thursday morning, so we'll see that together in real time. But we're hoping that these rain chances we're experiencing will change some things for the following week. So the rain chances that we'll see earlier this week won't pick up for this upcoming Thursday. We did see more rain this week than the week before, but we'll see how this upcoming forecast will change things for the following week, if that makes sense. Because seeing that we have already some spotty dryness, I honestly feel as though we could possibly have some larger dry areas in the next model run of this. So once they send this in around Thursday, we could have some areas with some extra dryness around them, or we could possibly see, I want to say maybe Coleman looks like they may have less of that dryness. I want to remember correctly. Showers were headed more that way. And then there were some closer to Lawrenceburg. So we could see some of these fall off, become much smaller. And the Russellville area, for example, may be smaller or maybe not, you know. There's some give and take there with the amount of rainfall that we've seen, that it may help, but not enough from the couple of chances that we've had here and there. But we'll see how Wednesday, I believe our rain chances pick up Tuesday through Thursday into those 40% chances. And we'll see how that kind of tweaks our dryness in the upcoming week after that. So it's a little confusing, but I hope we were all able to follow. Please tell me Max is not going to lock up on me again. Oh, thank goodness. I have like slight nervousness when it catches because it completely crashed out on me the other day. Like it just stopped working. It made me so nervous. But looking ahead to the hour by hour, you'll see that we have a decent breeze this afternoon. Heading into our evening, we'll continue to keep that breeze going. It's nice. Again, good patio weather. You'll notice not too many showers out on the radar, but as you get closer to the evening, we could pick up a heavier downpour or two just around DeKalb County and Jackson possibly as well, even near Scottsboro. But as you'll notice, they're small, short-lived, don't really pass much. However, once we get to that 6 o'clock hour, like I mentioned earlier, DeKalb County could see some rain on the rooftop around 6 a.m. Still keeping that breeze around 6 or so miles per hour. So if you have an earlier start than most, should be feeling rather nice. We're in those low end 70s, and we'll continue to see that. Let's see. Let's move to Alaska. Oh, goodness. You know, I would like to move to Alaska, but they also have, like, sunshine the entire day at some point. Or it's kind of like reversed in a way than how it is here. We'll have the sun will set, and it'll set for hours at a time. But in Alaska, the sun doesn't set as long. So keep that in mind if you want to move to Alaska, because I will tell you from firsthand experience, having to sleep in the daylight and wake up to go to work for the morning shift, blackout curtains will be your best friend if you live there, if you decide to move to Alaska. Hello, Craig. Yes, that... You seem like you might be okay with that. Just letting you know, I honestly would like to, you know, be in some snow, but it's going to be some warm days ahead. Don't see the red dot at your house. Yeah, you may or may not see some rain chances. Usually when we have like these 20 to 40% rain chances, anytime we give you a percentage, that's typically the percent of people that may see the rain to me. And then it's also kind of like, okay, what we're looking at right now on our hour by hour, I would deem this a 20% chance because it's not that many people that will see rain. However, for the folks that do, that's going to be an impact to their day or to their morning, however it may show up. So that is why we still kind of say that for the most part of our forecast when we go in and look at those percentages. That's why those percentages are the way they are. Really just focusing on the people aspect of that. But continuing through our Monday, though, we'll start to see that temperature warm up rather quickly. This is 10:30. We're already in those low 80s, warming up 10 degrees in just about 3 or 4 hours. So you'll still see some rain, scattered, really, honestly. scattered, isolated. Not everyone will see rain, but in these areas, you will see some rain. We're seeing a couple of showers in Lauderdale County for sure. And you'll also notice that breeze picks up the closer we get to the afternoon. And in the evening, this is where we'll see the heaviest chance of rain and more widespread as well. You'll notice just about every county has 1 or 2 passing showers. So keep that in mind for your evening commute, or even if you have afternoon plans, keep that in mind. I know some of our students will be getting out in the next hour or so around this time. Those rain chances will still be hanging around by that point. And the breeze will pick up as well. 13 miles per hour is a decent breeze, decent gust, honestly. And as we get through the evening, it starts to become heavier and heavier as the hours go on. Like I mentioned, students getting out around 2 to 3 o'clock. You see even in Coleman, look at that, heavy. That's also heart-shaped over in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that. But just under Arab, it looks like a little heart. That's so cute. But other than that, all that red to mean heavier downpours. You could expect to see like maybe, you know, those sheets of rain where it's like somewhat of a challenge to see. I don't expect it to be like complete, like insane, like pull over to the side of the road. But you could get some heavier downpours by that point. And it'll continue throughout most of the afternoon into the evening. We don't even see some clarity until about 8, 9 o'clock, I believe. Temperatures will top out in those upper 80s for most areas. Some areas seeing 90 as the high forecasted for tomorrow. We'll start to see those showers clear out. Once again, closer to 8, 9 o'clock. We'll still see a passing shower or 2 by that point. So it'll be a good chunk of your afternoon into your evening that could have rain chances in the mix. So humidity for the next couple of days. Today was sticky, which is okay. As you can see, it's on our green end of the scale there. But we started to take it up to oppressive. And Wednesday looks like it is teetering on miserable. And dear Lord, please no. I am over the humidity. But it'll be oppressive, to say the least. We'll continue to see steamy conditions. Those rain chances will ramp up from Monday's chance. Monday is about a 20 to 30% chance. We're expecting 40 by midweek. So I'll show you our 10-day in just a moment. But forecast for the playground, if you want to keep this in mind, screenshot, send it to a family friend with kids, or even keep it for your own children, or even teachers that are tuning in. If you want to keep this in your back pocket for tomorrow, recess looks like it's a go. And I know some teachers are like, it's so hot outside. It's always super sunny around the early hours. Keep those sunglasses and get some water, fan, and really hydrate. And make sure your students are hydrating as well. Even though we're not as warm and we're not dealing with extreme heat, it's always a good rule of thumb to make sure you're hydrating when we are in the summer, because it's hot regardless, you know? It's where we are. We're in that point of the year that it's hot every time you step outside. And some days we say it's cooler by like 2 or 3 degrees, but it's kind of tough to feel the difference there. So keep that in mind as you head outside for tomorrow with your students as well. But rain chances will pick up right around the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. So we'll see passing showers, very sporadic in the early morning, but they become stronger by that point, like I mentioned a moment ago, with our hour by hour forecast. So for the days beyond that, 30% chance for Monday, but like I mentioned, we pick it up to 40% Tuesday through Thursday. We could see a passing storm as well. The chance for storms on Monday on the lower end, but I feel like getting into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with that 40% chance, there's a higher chance for storms there as well. Keeping it around 90 to 91, getting a little warmer heading into the weekend around 92. Once again, that goes back to that degree or 2 change. You don't really notice it all that much, but it's still good to note as far as our heat index as well. We'll keep the heat index right around 92 to 94, maybe some 95s in the area, but we'll keep those rain chances in as well. It'll be a little more consistent once we get to the mid part of the weekend. Rain chances will start to fall off as we get to the weekend, but still a good opportunity for you to keep the umbrella on standby during the week ahead. The weekend, as we get closer to, we'll be able to pinpoint timing and what that's going to look like. But for right now. Lower in chances by that point. Looking into the following first 3 days of that week, Monday through Wednesday, it seems as though we'll kind of take it down into the upper 80s for that point in time. I know there was a heat dome expected for, I think that was Illinois I was looking at earlier. Illinois, part of Kentucky, the northern part of Tennessee is caught in that too, I believe. And that's going to hold their temperatures there as well. And really, we'll see the same kind of criteria there. We'll see some temperatures holding space where they are, and rain chances picking up. We do need the rain. Some areas are still just dry as a bone and haven't seen much. So we'll take what we can get, and we'll see what the most recent run of the drought monitor has for us and see how this week's forecast will change the following run. That'll be most interesting to see what becomes back to a regular level of, your dry conditions, run-of-the-mill okayness with that moisture in the air. But we'll see what struggles to become moisturized, so to speak. So for sure, we'll see how that goes. But as always, you can keep up to date with the forecast right here on our weather extras. You can download the WAFF 48 weather app. We're going to be on tonight at 5 and 10, so you can tune in both times there. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and what's left of it, the last few hours. It's beautiful outside at the moment, so if you or anything, my family usually likes to go, and we would get an ice cream cone at the end of our Sunday evenings and kind of enjoy sitting outside, eating ice cream together, doing something simple, but also really fun to enjoy the summer days as they wind down, because at some point, sitting outside is no longer going to cause you to sweat. It's going to cause you to freeze a little bit. You might be a little cold, chattering at the teeth, wearing a jacket like this one here, like my handy dandy jacket here. But I only wear it because it's chilly in the newsroom. Trust me, 2 seconds outside and I am burning up in this thing. But it tells you it works though, right? That it's holding in heat, it tells you it works. It's getting its job done. It's just not the job for right now. So I hope you enjoy your Sunday, and I hope you have a good start to your work week, good start to the school week. This is the first full week of school for some folks, maybe the second for others, but no matter what point in the school year you are in, I hope you are paying attention to your teachers and you're doing well on your tests. Yeah, you're focusing. You're going to have a good school year. And for our teachers, because my mom is a teacher, I always think of you guys. I hope you all are taking this year day by day, enjoying the time with your students, and also making sure that you are the best teacher you can be, because you guys are so influential. Other than that, I hope our folks that are working, our regular 9-to-5 folks, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay hydrated. You may not be as outdoors as most of the kids would be at this time of year, but still, when you're getting in and out your car, it's hot. So I hope you are hydrating, taking care of yourself. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you in just a few minutes on our 5 o'clock show. Bye.